On this episode of Retro Car Guy 530, I'm going to check out the VXDAS SigmaProbe Relay Testing Mode. This is one of the videos in my review series of the SigmaProbe Vehicle Intelligent Circuit Tester. I was provided this free of charge by VXDAS for review purposes. Make sure you check out the other videos in this review series. So, let's get into it. We've connected the SigmaProbe to an Automotive battery here on the table. I booted up the SigmaProbe and now going to exercise the relay test functionality. Let's navigate to the relay section, click on OK. Here's the main screen. It shows whether the relay is connected or not as far as providing power. We have a 5-terminal graphic and a 4-terminal graphic for a relay. And then on the top, the control circuit is displaying whether it has voltage detected there or not. And then right below that is the 30 terminal mapping to 87 or 87A, which 30 is the one that receives power from the vehicle on a constant basis, and then it provides power to either 87 in the 4-terminal case or 5-terminal case when the control circuit is energized, and 87A is provided power in the 5-terminal case, and that's when the control circuit is not energized. And you can move between the two different graphics here. There's a red line right now around the 5-terminal. Use the right arrow to move from one to the other. And I haven't seen much difference when it's highlighted around one or the other, but just in case you want to make sure you're testing the correct one, be it the 5 or 4 terminal, you move that red outline to it. To see a mapping of the wiring to the relay, you click on OK. There is a graphic here. It would be nice to be a little bit larger than it is, but it is functional. My older eyes would really like it to be a little larger though. We have the mapping of this extra pigtail that's required for the relay testing, and also the probe connection and also the auxiliary ground connection. The probe tip goes to terminal 85 always, which is providing the input power to the control circuit side. The auxiliary ground is always connected to terminal 86, which is the ground side of the control circuit. In a 5-terminal relay, all 3 of these connectors are used, and in a 4-terminal relay, only the black and the red are used. And in the 5-terminal situation, you would connect the red to 87, the black to 30, which is theoretically the input power from the vehicle. 87 receives it when the control circuit is energized, and then 87A is connected with this green connector, alligator clip. The wire is actually yellow, but it's documented as green in the documentation. It's going by the color of the alligator clip cover here. And that goes to 87A in the 5-terminal case. In the 4-terminal case, this is just not used. So let's go ahead and go back out. I'm going to test a 4-terminal relay. I'm going to move that around the 4-terminal. Now I'm going to pause for just a second and get the 4-terminal wired up. I now have the 4-terminal relay connected, and I have the red outline around the 4-terminal test, and I'm going to press the up arrow to initiate the test, and notice the status line change and the change on the top and the graphic change between 30 and 87. So the VCC is now listed at 12.4, 12.5 volts, and that's the control circuit power. And it shows now right below that 30 and 87 are connected. And in the graphic you can see that 30 and 87 have that red line connecting them. And on the bottom it says relay is on. When I lift up on the up arrow, it disconnects the control circuit power, and you can see the 30 and 87 mapping has been removed, the control circuit power is none, and the graphic has removed the red line. So that's basically what will happen in the 4-terminal relay, but let's simulate a failure. I'm going to remove that fuse that I have in this particular relay, which is nice for power protection and testing purposes in this case, and when I click on the up arrow, we'll hear the relay click. You'll see that VCC has power, but 30 and 87 will have no mapping. So this is where you can tell that the relay is potentially defective if it doesn't have a fuse, in this case, removed. You'll see that the graphic on the right doesn't show 30 and 87 being connected, and on the bottom it still says the relay is not connected. So this is a case where control circuit side isn't working, but maybe the contacts are corroded. And then let's put that back in, and you'll see that it should be working. And it is. So let's do that same thing with the 5-terminal relay. So give me a second, and I'll back when I have that connected. I now have the 5-terminal relay connected to the SigmaProbe, and the only difference here between the mapping as before is the green, which is actually a yellow wire with a green cover on the alligator clip, is connected to 87A terminal. This is the same style relay other than it is a 5-terminal relay, and everything else is the same other than the 4. I have the fuse that'll simulate the failure as well. You can see here though that the difference still is doing the test even though I haven't moved the red ring, so let's move the red ring just in case it matters. There we go, the red ring is around the 5-terminal graphic, and you can see in this case when the control circuit's not powered, there's a mapping between terminal 30 and 87A, and the SigmaProbe has detected that is the case. And up here we can see that the VCC power is 0, so there's no power being provided to the by the SigmaProbe to the relay, but there's still a mapping between 30 and 87, and that has been detected. When I press the up arrow, we'll see that the control circuit does have the 12.4, 12.5 volts. The mapping has changed between 30 and is now mapped to 87, and on the graphic below you can see that that has also been established by the red line being moved between 30 and 87. When I let up on the OK button, it reestablishes the de-energized version of the mapping, 30 to 87A. So you'll see that change as I energize, de-energize, energize, de-energize, and we'll simulate that failure again. Now this should remove that red arrow, and also up on the top the 87A should disappear, and it does. So in a 5-terminal case, this would be a way of seeing a defective internal mapping of the power in the relay. And also if I click on the up arrow, you'll hear the relay click and the VCC will change, but it doesn't show any mapping to anything, so that's another indication of a failed 5-terminal relay. That concludes the SigmaProbe relay testing example. If you found the information to be helpful in this video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification to be notified when I upload new videos just like this. And thanks for coming to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.